Welcome to the first part in a short series where we're going to be taking a look at the Exobiology expedition for No Man's Sky. This was released on the end of February 2022. If you're watching this in the future, start with an apology, but for some reason my OBS has had an update and I can no longer capture the initial opening titles for No Man's Sky. And to be honest, I don't have enough time to try and sort that out. So we're starting on this rather bland screen which says initial expedition, because this is technically the beginning of the game because it's been loaded. Now before we start loading the game, I just want a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm going to be completely honest, companions are not one of my favorite mechanics in No Man's Sky for two reasons. One, I find it quite irritating to have a creature buzzing around me when I'm trying to play, and the second reason is that to get the full benefit from companions, you've really got to play in third person so that you can see yourself riding on the creatures. Therefore, I apologise in advance for any signs of irritation that may come across in the video. Now, from the point of view of this expeditions, I've deliberately kept away from anybody else's videos. So all I know is that this is about companions because that's what's basically given in the reveal. So what we're going to do is press E and load the game in, and of course and there we are. And of course we're getting the standard start for No Man's Sky. We're landing on a random planet. Almost guarantee we're going to be a long way away from our ship. And it looks very much like we're actually on a cold planet. So what I'll be... Thank you, game. So what I'll be doing is taking a quick look at the expeditions and then seeing if we can get to our ship. Because I'm almost guaranteed that we're not going to have any environmental protection. Oh, great. So I land right next to... Wait, come on, give me the... Oh. Right, so we've now got the start message. I've got to get rid of that because we've got to get rid of matey here. I'll just get rid of the message there. You look down the bottom there, you'll see that we've got an additional environmental protection, so it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. We got a little bit of oxygen. Just move that over there so we can get an enhancement. I think the first mission is that we've got to get to our ship, which seems to be in front of us. Can we actually scan? Well, we can scan the plants. That's good. Looks like there's a building as well, 545 away. Anyway, let's just take a quick look at the expeditions. As I say, I'll go through this once we get to the ship. So our first thing is we've got to ride a companion, 850 units. So we're going to get straight into this, and we've got to locate our starship, and we've got to take a photo of our companion. So the first thing is I've got to remember how to actually get my companion. I think we come in here, then we go back here. Okay, we got creature here. Just can we throw out a scan? Anything around here? I think we'll just get a few bits and pieces first. Apologies guys, for some reason the music is really loud. It's almost deafening me. I don't know if that's because I've been playing other games. Right, we're going to need to get on our friend here. He's grouchy. Wait. Right, I think we'll pat him so he won't be quite so grouchy. Maybe pat him twice, just cheer him up. We're going to ride on him. We got no pellets or anything. I'll find my ship. Where is my ship? Oh, we got a base here, so what we could do is just get to the base. Well, get to the base first. Because the nice thing about this base is we'll just jump off. Is we can drop a save. Oh, there's my ship there. So we're going in that direction, but I think what we're going to do is, because we've got a base here, this would be a good place to kind of stock up on Actually, no, because we've got environmental protection, haven't we? Okay, we're going to jump on our little friend here. And we're going to head in this direction. It's... I think we're just going to go straight for the ship. I'm a little bit worried about the environmental protection. And it looks like one advantage with cold planets is you normally get a lot of resources kind of scattered around. Try and keep away from the hole. One thing I will do is... Yes, thank you, game. Ah. Not exactly the fastest guy on the block, is he? I can't see a thing. Actually, let's just go and select the mission so we can see it. Bump across the countryside here. And I say, once we get to the ship, then our kind of take stock of the current situation, try and find out what we got. We've actually got to the creature. We'll just ride the remaining distance. Right, looks like we got an explorer. And we're in some kind of little dip here. Right, I'm just gonna off. So we've now reached the ship. And I suppose what we probably could do is get the picture. Wait. Wait. Don't follow me. Don't follow me. He's following me. Okay, well, actually, let's see if I can get the ship in the background. I think that'd be... Oh, that'd be brilliant. That's going to be the thumbnail. We'll just left shift to hide the menu. Maybe try and get the creature a little bit in the center there. And that's going to be the thumbnail. Brilliant. So what we're going to do now is just get into the ship. And we're going to take stock of where we are. Okay, so we're now in the ship and I can have a bit of a look around. We've got some dihydrogen in front. It goes without saying the ship is damaged, so we need some dihydrogen jelly, some pure ferrite. So what else is damaged on the ship? It's actually exosuit, it's not damaged. Multi-tool, not damaged. Right, let's just move a few things around. Starship. Got a couple of technology slots. I'd like to move the... Oh, we can't move until we've repaired, haven't we? I'm going to get rid of this rocket launcher thing because I just don't like the rocket launchers. That's going to give me 100 copper and 50 condensed carbon. And we got to make a hermetic seal. Right, we can make that. It's a nice quick win. Actually, and now what we'll do is just take a look at what we got to do in this expedition. We'll actually collect a few rewards as well. So we're going to get... So the first one is paw prints. Reward unearthed treasures ×2, creature pellets ×50. Mining beam upgrade. I'll take that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll put the upgrade in a minute, game. Let's sort this out. Next one, we've got metal mounts. We've got 2 storage augmentation updates and a teleport to receiver plan. Well, we'll take that. That's pretty cool. And what we got here, we've got best friends portrait, reward 500,000 units. That'd be useful. 100 Corvax words, standing Corvax increased. Obviously it's not going to list all 100 words. Others were, it'd be a 30-minute video watching all the words come up. We got some cash. That's the ones we got. Look at that, all that money piling up. That's going to be very useful if we can get to a space station. But we got to leave the planet and we'll get solar mineral pans. And we got to go to another system. That means we're going to need to install a warp drive and get some warp fuel. We got to go to homeworld, visit Lush. That could take a little bit of time. Next generation, we've got to induce an egg. That could be fun. Then we got to get to the rendezvous point. I think what we're going to do is get up and see move, and then we're going to go for the rendezvous point because I'm going to guess that this might be tied into the rendezvous point, because this very much has the feel of being a tutorial for companions. We've got this unlicensed bionic shield. What's this? Right, let's just sort this out a little bit. We've got some navigation data that could be useful. Move that there, so that kind of improves that bit there. Everything's gone into the salvage starship. This will be collected from freighters, can be used to enhance your starship's secure capacity as a space station. Yeah, we certainly would like to keep those. We certainly want to install the multi-tool. We need to fulfill that. We need carbon. What else do we need? Let's just come in here. The pellets. I think we'll move those. Half more quick transfer. We're going to put these in the high capacity. We can always feed our creature. These we can sell. So what do we need? Right, I need to think this through. We need some chromatic metal and microprocessors. That's copper and all that. We've got a little bit of copper to be able to do that. And then the other thing we're going to need to do is make some warp fuel. We need antimatter housings. That's oxygen and ferrite dust and antimatter. So we need chromatic metal. Now we could get chromatic metal from the space station. Right, guys, I don't think we need the creature anymore, so I'm just going to go back to my very familiar first person. What we probably could do... Right, we got this. Etherium. I think what we might do is just feed this. He's happy, so he can stay happy. We need carbon. We've got what we got in here. That's cobalt. We grab that. Yeah, thank you, game. We need the oxygen so we can kill these things. And grab these. I think that's pure ferrite. We're not going to get anything from that. The first thing we need to do is put a little bit of dioxide. That's good because that will we can use the dioxide to replenish. Wait. Right. I think we've got. I think I was pretty sure I saw what we call it in here. Yeah, we've got a minor thing. So just up here. Just drop you there. Right, stop it. Right, first things first. Let's just make a metal. We should be able to make a metal plate by now. Get this fixed. So what we need now is we need some dihydrogen. It's always dihydrogen around. It's just a question of getting out and finding it. Got some oxygen over here as well. Just get in here and grab as much of this as possible. Oxygen rich plant here. We need that. We need that oxygen to scrap that. Wait, cut it out. Just that scan out again. Oh, here. Of course, it's got to be at the bottom of a. You're stupid enough to fall in. We've got some indium. Yep. Oh, great. We got a storm. Okay. We're going to have to try and get back to our ship as quickly as possible. Luckily, when you do expeditions, you actually play in normal mode, so the rate your environmental protection and everything else drops is a lot slower than it would be in survival or permadeath mode. Just keep trying to grab as much of this as possible. The more we can get now, the better. We need to make some condensed carbon, lots of. It's over here. Everything's gone white out. There's nothing wrong with the recording, it's just that we're in a blizzard, so what you guys are being entertained to is don't really want 465. Just reduce that down to, I think maybe about 190 will do. I'll take that. I'll just jump in there so we can take stock again. So we need pure ferrite. I don't know how much ferrite dust we've got. We can analyze this stuff. Right. We got that there, that there. The nitrogen we could probably sell. Potassium, we've got 85 dihydrogen. So we need to, what's that? We may need to make dihydrogen jelly. So we'll just make that. So how much? We need 50 pure ferrite. Go away. Go back to the exosuit. That can go back to the exosuit. Yeah, the old environment is going down a lot quicker now, but we'll just try and grab as much of this as we can. There's some ferrite dust just there. What we need, how much have we got now? 128 ferrite dust. Oh, get out of the way. Ferrite dust in there. We'll just go straight for the 128 of that. I'll just jump back in here for the moment. It doesn't pay to look at things in the middle of a storm. So we need 50 ferrite dust. Let me just see. Yeah, thank you. Now, what I wouldn't mind is that we got 50 ferrite dust for oxygen. So we've got condensed carbon. So if we make a pile of ferrite dust and get some oxygen and all that, then all we got to do then is deal with the chromatic metal. I was just gonna, there's a plant over there, storm clearing, more dihydrogen here. We'll just grab as much of that as possible. There's a do flicker over here. And you for a bit of cash. Oh, go away. Go away. Oh, for the days when you could go into a cave and just, well, some copper here, but it's not going to do us much good. You'd have to mine a lot of this to get enough of a chromatic metal, but a little bit of cobalt could come in useful, because if we get some cobalt, we can make some iron batteries. So we'll just mine out. I don't know. Yeah, where are you? I can hear you. There you are. Such a cold place. Yes, I agree. Lovely creature. Right, I think we need to get out of here. I can find the way out. Yes, thank you. Grab the tree. Right, let's just get back to the ship, and actually we could just drop a Quick save. Always pays to drop a manual save. Let me just see. We'll pick up the pure ferrite. I think we've manufactured everything we need now, so we'll just pick that up. There's everything else we can manufacture in our inventory. Okay. So we've now fixed that. That can go to the exosuit. We've got 100 copper there. 134 in the... actually, yeah, we'll put it in the starship for the moment. We'll convert that. Now, make the hyperdrive. We need 125. We need 250 copper. This is going to take too long to mine it. I'm just going to take a quick stock of what we've got in the way of... We got 90 carbon like that. We've got a little bit of pure ferrite. We've got that there. We've got some faecium. I think I'm not going to put the... We could just put the dioxide in there, actually. Give me a bit of cool. I think before we leave, we're going to kill you. Get a bit more oxygen. Because we need the oxygen to make the fuel for the hyperdrive. There's a whole load of them up here, so it's just... And we're just going to grab a lot of... what we call it as well. Have you... Kill you. Multi-tool... Recharge, which just use the condensed carbon. Wait. More dihydrogen... I think he's upset. I think because I just shot him by accident. I think he's going to be okay. Ravenous, okay. Right, what we're going to do is we get some more carbon before we leave, and then that's it. We'll be off. So we'll just... resources over there we'll just pick up as well. We'll just clear some trees from this area. Oxygen plant there. And I'm pretty sure I saw loot boxes here. We can't do these because we don't have an Atlas path. Pass, sorry, not path. Got a Gek relic, we can sell that. I think we've probably got enough now to sell, and what we're going to do is get up into space. And I think the next to that, if I had a terrain manip... No. We're not going to worry about that. This is expeditions mode. Bye-bye creature. I think when you take off your ship, creature actually goes into... It kind of goes into your inventory. So we're just going to get up into space. I think what the next stop's got to be the space station. See if we can buy some copper. We've lifted off. That's the next achievement done. We've got here... Okay, we've got 2 wireless... We've got a launch system recharger plans, wiring loom, and 2 solar mirrors. And it looks like... Okay, new technology. Yeah, well, we're not going to worry too much. Solar mirror, thank you, game. And we're going to head for the space station. Keep an eye out for hostiles. Actually, are there any asteroids around it? There's a few. I'm kind of a bit inclined to try and pick up. Oh, keep forgetting. Not too worried about the gold, and what I'm after is some tritium so that we can recharge the ship should we need it. And we seem to be getting more. And I've lost the space station. It's just up. A bit difficult to see it against the background of the planet. Right, we're coming up on the space station. doesn't look good. Oh, we've got a derelict space station. Thank you, game. These types of space stations are actually the same as when No Man's Sky was first released back in 2016. And there's nothing on it, there's no characters or anything, but as far as I can remember, it's a little while since I've been on one, but you can still get to the trading stations. Well, just get up to here. The other thing that worries me a little bit is the fact that I have had occasions when I've landed on these derelict stations and then the game has crashed. I don't know whether that bug's been fixed or not. So, here we are. Get in here. You won't find anything else here. I'm not even sure you can. You need Atlas V3 to get into the backgrounds, but the trading station should still be working. So actually, what do we need? I don't know if I can install the. We need microprocessors and chromatic metal. We won't get chromatic metal here, but we should get some copper, hopefully. Well, we certainly need 5 microprocessors. Luckily, we got. Certainly going to take all 18 iron batteries. Right, we got 698 copper. We're certainly going to take that. We're not going to take. I want about 100 uranium, because that can be used to recharge the ship. Probably. Well, we got piles of money. It's more of a space than money. So we'll take the oxygen, and we got some ferrite dust. We're probably going to need that as well. Right, let's take stock of where we are. So we've now got, and we can deconstruct that and sell the gold. Wow, I've got a little bit of extra space in there. So what we'll do is we'll put that in the high capacity, that in the starship. What that should do is allow me to recharge that. And we can sell the silver we got from there. That can go back to the exosuit. So remember, in theory, we should have a lot of more space now. I think if I put that into the everything I want to sell, I can put into there. I think we'll put the dioxide in there. We'll probably discard the rest of it. We've got a couple of those, and we got that needs to be decomposed as well. But we could sell, actually, sorry, we put that in the starship. What we can do now is come in here, sell, switch to the starship. We'll sell the silver, the nitrogen. We can sell this bundle of starry skulls. We don't need that. That will give us a nice big pile of cash as well. Storage augmentation, starship expansion module, and of course we'll sell that. I want to keep these storage modules because when we can get to a proper space station, we can do it. So the slime popping in from the top, bit creepy, really, isn't it? So what we need to do now? How much do we need to install the? 125, so we got enough copper to make chromatic metal. What we got to do now is get back down on any old planet in order to be able to build the warp drive, and of course we're going to need to make the warp fuel as well. Actually, just make sure we don't need anything that's, so we can make that, and chromatic metal we can make from the thing, so then we can make the warp drive. Yeah, we're in business. So what we're going to do now is just get down onto another planet, anywhere or two. That says high sentinel activity. High sentinel activity. Okay, we're just gonna have to go down and be very, very friendly. Looks like we're coming down on a water planet. Right, a scan. It'd be nice to pick up base so that we can land for free, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. Well, any port is in the storm is good enough. So now give the old plant a bit of a scan. So just deploy the, what we call it, put in some carbon in, find the copper. But also turn all that into nice chromatic metal. Can I make a, I wouldn't mind right, we need 1 dihydrogen jelly and two nanotubes. We need 2 of those. And what was the other bit I think I needed? Oh, dihydrogen jelly. And I must admit, I like the idea of having a terrain manipulator. So that is good. I'll just pick up a bit more carbon for luck. A little bit more dihydrogen. There's no point wasting the time while the, what we call it's going. Whoops, should have. Too late. Right, where's my ship gone? Oh, come on. Keep losing my ship today. There it is, over there. This guy. Still going. Just going to hide in. Hopefully the sentinels will just pass us by. There you were. Get the first bit installed. Hydrogen can go to the, can go down there. We've got some tritium, some wiring looms. Put some tritium in there. If it's in the ship, it means we don't have to carry it. Get rid of you. You're not worth the effort. So generally we're okay now. What we got to do now is just wait while that's just doing. Let's have another check. So we've got liftoff, we got that. We've got to leave the lifeless planet. Oh, lifeless system, sorry. Then we got to visit a lush world, induce a companion egg, and research the rendezvous point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go leave the system, go to the rendezvous point, and gamble that we're going to find a lush world there. So let me just come here. Got all that lovely, nice into the ship. Back here, we install that first. So we've now got a working hyperdrive. Got a whole range of 176 units. I think what we'll do is remove the deflector shield in there as well, and then we'll put this in there as well, because those are items which don't ever need recharging as such. What we need now is we need, how many of these? We can probably make a couple of those. We make 2 of those. Yeah, that means we can make, oops, 2 of those. Just hook that up. We're now in business, or with respect, so we've now got the warp drive installed. And what we'll do is we'll just push off up into space. We'll shoot. Pop around with a few asteroids, get a bit more tritium before we leave. I always like to have a nice supply of tritium. Nothing worse than trying to fly to another planet and finding out that your pulse engines have run out. So, oops. Yeah, we're not flying the latest fully upgraded ship. Got to remember that as well. Right, so now it's time to go. Right, it says expedition route. So we got to go there. We're gonna have to do it in 2 jumps. So let me just walk this way. (168 light years), and right. We've now got the next mission. Just tap that out. I don't really like hanging around in space, so what we're going to do is kind of scoot into here, and we can check what we got for sale here. It'd be nice to pick up some more bits and pieces should we need it, and of course we can pick up the reward as well. So pick up the reward. We've got a warp hyperdrill can, warp hypercores. Wow. Okay. We actually picked up some hypercores as well. I think we got a pulse engine module. We just go up here. I'm definitely sure. Yeah, I mean, these are the Starship expansion modules, so we're gonna get up in here, find the, what we call it, and just quickly upgrade Starship. Yep, fly augmentation. I think I'd like to expand the technology one first, and then we'll go back to general, apply that as well. We've now increased the size of our ship. That means that this pulse engine upgrade can go that there. Let me just fish this back now. Back the other way. Sorry about this. And we'll just that back to there. What we'll do is put you in there. You in there. And we'll just scoot very quickly in, and we can sell off some of that gold and silver that I picked up from shooting the tritium. Not that we need it, but oops, sprint depleted. Also, we've also got the other benefits here as well, if we can find them on the side, but can't see any. Come in here to the ship, get rid of that gold and silver. What we got here, don't really need any more microprocessors, but a little bit more copper. We'll buy. Should buy the lot actually. We've got nearly a million. Not like we're short of money. Whoops. Buy that. Certainly want the ion batteries, and we're pick that up as well. I think we're life support gels. Yeah, we'll take those as well. Personally, I wouldn't normally buy resources like that from the trading station, except for maybe in the late game when I'm starting to get a little bit lazy. But with expeditions, it just pays to buy it outright. It just means that you don't waste a lot of time going around the planets, because most of what I just bought there, like life support gels and things like that, are well within the capabilities of being gathered when you're just playing the game normally. Just come up here. We're just gonna get in the direction of the rendezvous. So here we are, we're in the rendezvous system. We better change. Actually, just have a look at what we got to do. Got to visit a lush world, and we've got the rendezvous there. I've got a feeling that the reason we got to go to a lush world, if we go to the creature, I think if we go that way, can't we get the stats on the creature? There we are. This is our animal. This is our creature companions. We just got the one, and of course we haven't unlocked the multiples. So yeah, there he is. It's native climate and verdant. So that explains why we've been sent here. So what we're going to do is we're going to head for the rendezvous point. Of course, this isn't the actual rendezvous point. It's oops. Kind of a little bit of a Skype round just to see. Okay, and here. There we are. So I think that's the direct hint that we're on the right planet to be able to get the creature to lay an egg. Again, we'll just take a whoops, wrong one. We've now reached the home world. Got sorted planetary charts and 250 nanites. Now this is where I start to get a little bit lost with companions. I'll be completely upfront. I've only done this a couple of times as an experiment. As I say, it's not one of my favourite things. But I think the first thing we've got to do is get our companion in. I don't want to stir anybody up just yet. We'll just get our companion in. Then I think we've got to get him to lay an egg. So we need to talk to him. Induce eggs. Feeling sad. So we kind of got to... Right, we can induce an egg now. Okay. And there's the egg. That was... Oops, wait. I always seem to get things roll away from me. And of course, we don't really need to... Oh, I can see you. Just... Wait. I'll just kill you on principle. That's the way I am. Right, so let me just take a quick look at what we just got. We've got this egg here. I think what I'll do is I'll put it in this starship against the time when we get killed. Whole load of charts here. I think, can we dump those in the starship as well? We've got a little bit of space. I don't really want these. I'm not sure if we're going to need these later on. I can probably put the warp cores in the starship as well. That's going to be very useful. Right, so all we got to do now for this part, as far as I'm... Okay, we're just going to claim this. So we've now got 10 iron batteries, 10 life support cells, 1,200 condensed carbon. Well, they're not messing about. Bring this back to the exosuit. Bring the oxygen back, and that there. So, and we're discard the rusted metal. We've got plenty of ferrite dust, and we're just going to put these in the starship for the moment. And of course, one thing you'll notice here is because we're playing normal mode, you can, I can't remember now how much you can put in it. You can put a nominal amount into your inventory. I think it's about 9,000, isn't it, or 5,000, or whatever it is. What we're going to do now is we're just going to go in this way, and we'll just make sure we're going in the right direction. So it's that way. Apologies, it's a bit dark, and actually just top up use up a little bit of oxygen. Yeah, and these. we're aligned, so that's pretty good. I'm assuming that later on we're going to be feeding creatures and all that. Where possible, what I want to do is just keep these various videos to do with the phases effectively self-contained, because I've had a couple of comments posted when I did a previous expedition where someone was saying that as I was jumping around so much, come on, you can do it, they didn't appreciate it because they were kind of losing track. So that's something I want to try and do in this short series, is kind of stay a little bit focused on that bit there, which is okay. Got that there. Make sure we're still on track. We've still got a little way to go. And what I'll do, guys, is I'll just wander across the planet until we approach the rendezvous point. And what we need to do is find the landing platforms now. It might be a little bit of loot around the other side there. Actually, if I got I've got navigation data, so I can summon the ship in. So we just need to find a way up onto the landing platforms. Looks like there might be one over here somewhere. So we'll just kind of go up. We've reached the rendezvous points. Expedition phase completed. Expedition 5 phase 1 has now been there. Reward reality glitch trail. So we'll just get up and summon the ship in. And we'll just try and summon our ship in so that we can... Where's the terminal gone? I think it's very dark at the moment. At the terminal over there? Yeah, there's the terminal. This is where I summon it and then a completely foreign ship lands on top. There's our old faithful. And I'm just going to jump in the ship so I can concentrate. What we can do is just come here. We've got an exosuit expansion unit, multi-tool expansion slot, a storage augmentation. Okay. So we got another storage augmentation for the ship, one for the multi-tool and one for the expansion as well. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, thank you, game. Of course, what we'll also be able to do now is collect the reward. We've got a reality glitch trail customization. Now, that's for a jetpack. Now, if any of you follow my channel, you'll be aware that I'm not really a big fan for jetpacks because I don't play in third person very often. What I wouldn't mind doing is we get... That's the starship augmentation. Oh, don't we get a suit augmentation? Or am I being a bit delusional? There's the exosuit expansion unit. Advanced survival technology module allows expansion of the user's exosuit. Pre-packed nano expanders create stabilized subwarp voids in the inventory capacity. Apply the augmentation in the terminal on board a space station. We're going to have to go up to a space station to apply that. We're not going to get it automatically. And I think just to finish off, we're going to take a look. So we've now completed rendezvous point 1. So let's have a look about what the other one is. So phase 2, we obviously got to go to a second rendezvous point. We've got to genetically modify a companion egg. That will be fun because I've only ever tried to do it once and I didn't have a lot of problems. We've got to feed a group of 10 creatures. We're going to have to start looking out for creatures. We need to discover 10 flying creatures. Search dung samples. Take a photo of 10 ground creatures. We've got to feed a group of 10 and then we got to take a photo of 10. So those two are linked together. Explore specific environments. God, I'm saying no idea what that is. Then enduring friendship, earn complete trust from a companion. I'm not exactly sure how to do that. We've got rendezvous point 3. Gather 3 types of eggs. That means we've got... What that means is we've got to get 3 companions, I think. Gather 4 types of milk. Bake a cake. Impress Kronos. Again, baking is not one of the areas of the game that particularly interests me, so I've got a feeling this expedition is going to be me breaking a lot of new territory. Rendezvous 4 fair. Adopt a beetle companion. Adopt companions. Discover creatures on a swamp world. Discover 10 aquatic creatures. survive the clutches of a deep sea horror. When they have, every expedition seems to have us encountering deep sea horrors. We got to earn 200,000 units from discovering a creature. I think this is a one-off creature, so we're going to have to find a fairly rare creature to do that. Then we got Rendezvous 5, crowded universe, visit a world inhabited with 13 species. Fly on a companion, so we're going to get an aerial companion. Discover 5 exotic creatures. Earn Explorers Guild standing time 16. That could be a little bit time consuming. Excavate ancient bones, not one of my favourite tasks. Bones can always be a little bit unpredictable. If any of you do the weekend community missions, and it says meet a deep space sentence, that means we're going to have to kind of wander around and try and meet them. This one's going to be relatively straightforward, and then as we go forward they're going to get more and more time consuming, which probably explains why it's going to take about 6 weeks to do it. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.